Shalom. I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodesh, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to my Akim, who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen, but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. This is your brother Akale from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is about Esau Edom losing their power. Alright, you know, it's the year 2021. It has been deemed the year of hasting on to the coming of the day of Yahweh Shemishai by our elder apostle Tahar, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemishai. And you know, this year 2021 has a lot of prophecy development. All right, and when you see the prophecies developing at this rapid speed, all right, it means that we're close to the end. And the end that I'm referring to is the end of the rulership of the so-called white man. All right, who are these Edomites? All right, their forefathers Esau, and they are the wicked that rule the world today. All right, Esau Edom is currently in his blessing as it pertains to Genesis chapter 27, I believe, where it says that Esau received the blessing from his father Isaac, and his blessing would be the fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven, and the sword. All right, and it says in Daniel chapter 4 verse 17 that the Most High giveth it the kingdom to whomsoever he pleaseth, even the basis of men. But the scriptures also talk about in Job chapter 14 and verse 4, I believe, that his bounds are appointed that he cannot pass. So this vile, wicked, abominable kingdom has an expiry date, and we're swiftly approaching it. And with the crumbling of Esau Edom's kingdom is his power as well. Now, of course, they have full power, and we know that he's still in his blessing, right? And we know that he's going to be making his last, how do I say this? His last bang, you know what I'm saying? He's going to go all out. You know, he's going to show out. You know, that Revelation chapter 12 verse 12, that the devil knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, so he's going to be coming with rage and wrath. He knows his time is short. All right, because his kingdom is coming to an end. All right, so he's going to be showing his power. You know, we're going to be experiencing Jacob's trouble and all these things. All right, but at the end of the day, he is slowly but surely losing his power. These Edomites, they not thrive in the way that they used to thrive. All right, you know, back in the, when they had us in the chattel slavery, and they were bringing us over here in cargo slave ships and all those kinds of things, and we were working the physical plantations, you know what I'm saying, and that kind of slavery, you know, that hardcore backbreaking slavery. You know, we're still in slavery, you know, as it pertains to Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8, but you know, that hardcore slavery, you know, us being taken out of that by Yahweh Shemishai was the beginning of the end for Esau Edom, man. It was the time of the curses slowly but surely starting to lift off of us, and the curses slowly but surely starting to be put on him. All right, things ain't as good for these Edomites as they used to be. A lot of Edomites are out there suffering. A lot of Edomites are jobless, homeless, suffering from high levels of depression. Several Edomites have massive infertility rates, the opioid addictions and the other drug addictions, heroin and all these kinds of things. These Edomites are starting to suffer out there, man. Now, yeah, of course, they still, you know, they still, you know, glorified in this kingdom. It's their kingdom and stuff. But the point is that they losing their power. And we see that day by day. All right. It says in 2nd Esdras chapter 2 and verse 6, starting from verse 7. Okay. Guess it's trying to be difficult today. All right, just when you need it. Let's try this again. Okay. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? The end of the firstborn, who is Esau, and the beginning of it that followeth, Jacob, the representation of the so-called white man, and then the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we're, you're literally witnessing the transition of, moving towards Jacob's kingdom, the kingdom ruled by the Israelites, which Yahushua will reign over. All right, we're moving towards it. And now we just have this video, a very quick video. All right, it shows you what is happening to these Edomites, man, because before I even play the video, this is something that back in the day, like I said, the 1920s all the way to the 1950s, maybe 60s, 70s, 80s, those kinds of years, all right, those kinds of decades, an Edomite would never ever be caught up like this, man, for showing such disdain and hatred towards our people. But now it is that they're suffering. They can't really show that anymore the way that they used to be able to. All right, that is showing the disintegration of their kingdom, them losing their power. The curse is slowly but surely falling upon them. Okay, so let's watch.
Get these fucking monkey niggers out of here and you can't do shit. That's me talking shit. 3602, Gramercy Way, that's where I live.
All right, now peep, by the way, the color of his skin. I mean, it's clear to see he red. You know what I'm saying? Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. For Esau came out red like an hairy garment. Esau is red, man. They're red people. They're different shades of red. We're brown people. We're different shades of brown, from a light brown to a dark brown. All right, so they're different shades of red. Pink is a derivative of red. Then some of them just red. You know what I'm saying? And even when their skin color isn't the reddest, it's still a pinkish hue. All right?
Come fucking see me. Try Jesus. Not me.
All right, so as you can see, man, he got reported or whatever the situation is, and then he's being pulled out by his own people, his own nation, man, and the authorities at that, man, pulling him out of the house, and you got all of these Negroes out here, you know what I'm saying, cheering and rejoicing, and then he even got his own, well, he looks like an Edomite, taking pictures and taking part in his fall, and you see all of these people throwing things at him and all these kinds of things. And then you see these other people that look like so-called white people in the crowd, which, they may be Israelites, because you are what your father is. And a part of the curses upon our people is that our people have been scattered, right? So there are Israelite people, men and women, okay, that look like the heathen at this moment in time, all right, for whosoever can receive it. So, this is one example. And then, I've just been seeing videos come up where these Edomites are in losing positions and they're losing against Jake. You know what I'm saying? They not on the favorable side. It's just not, as it used to be. And it's a beautiful thing to see, man. All right. We know that it's coming to an end. And this is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So this is going to be fulfilled completely when we're in the kingdom of heaven. All of our enemies, as it talks about in Psalms chapter 83, which starts with our main enemy being the Edomites. All right. The Most High is going to put curses upon all these heathen men. All right. The curses are going to be lifted off of us. Okay. We're going to be given, as it pertains to Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8, starting at, I believe, that we're going to have that stony heart removed from us, man. We're going to have the law, statutes, and commandments written within us, so we're not going to sin no more. So there's no need to punish us, all right? Because we're not going to go off. But you see, you heathen men, you people are not Israelites, man. You do not have the promise given unto you. The law, statutes, and commandments were not given to you. You're not the Lord's holy chosen people. So you're not going to have that blessing put upon you, okay? You're going to be cursed in the kingdom of heaven, man. You're going to be suffering all of the things that our people suffer. And you see how our people suffer today. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Living in the poorest ways. Not having anything. you know, working so hard, but not to reaping any kind of benefits. And then when you work and you get any kind of money, it don't matter what kind of level you at, no matter how much you think you're earning, the money just drops out of your pockets, man. That's the Haggai that's talking. All right, where it says that you shall sow much, but or reap much, but you know the money's gonna basically drop out of your pockets, man. No matter how much you work, no matter how much you get, issues and problems are always going to come. Then the illnesses that we suffer, man. All right. You know, all of these things are going to be falling upon you people. You see, you women out there, you heathen women that have long, beautiful hair, that curse is going to be falling upon you, man. You see how the scalp of our women look? Ratchet, toed up, you know? The edges be eaten all the way out, man. That is going to be happening to you heathen women, man. All right? All of these kinds of curses, man, are going to be coming upon you. All right? And we are going to have dominion over you, man. All right, all y'all going up into slavery, as it says in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So all you heathen going up into slavery, starting with you Edomites, man. And y'all going to be suffering under all of these curses that we have suffered under. Okay? And so unto you Edomites, while it is that you're in your kingdom, we in the last days, man. So y'all need to be living it up, man. Live it up. All right, this is your last, this is it for you Edomites, man. Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked, right? So rejoice and be glad. Why? Because you're in rulership right now, man. This is your world. This is your kingdom. So you need to be living it up. But you see, that's the funny thing about it, man. A lot of you Edomites not even able to do this, man, because you're ruling elite. Because there's always a hierarchy, right? In any kind of kingdom, whichever nation is ruling, there's always a hierarchy. In the kingdom of Israel, there's a hierarchy. Yahushua, King David, the 12 apostles, the 144,000 men, you know, the 1/3 elect members, then the 2/3. And unbelieving Israelites that were destroyed, man. There's always a hierarchy, man. Okay? So you lower level Edomites, man, that don't know the truth, your elite have been hiding this to you, hiding this from you, man. Not letting you know what nation you really are, not letting you know anything. They hide these things from you. And then they use you. All right? They don't treat you people right. The wicked elite of Esau Edom do not treat their own people right. Which shows you how vile and abominable these people are, man. These Edomites are awful. They are the wicked. So y'all suffering, and all you Edomites that suffering right now, y'all are just two-time losers, man. You're losing in this kingdom. You're going in your own kingdom. You're definitely going to lose in our kingdom, man. All right? The cup also shall pass through unto thee. What cup? The cup of the curses. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked, right? Exposed. Okay? You see, we're all going to see exactly what kind of people the Edomites are and exactly where they belong. Genesis chapter 3 verse 14 talks about it, man, that these Edomites have been cursed to be the lowest of the low, man, the lowest of the low than any other living creature, man. And I'm not just talking about the people walking the earth. I'm talking about the creatures, okay, the insects, the animals, all of that kind of stuff, man. It lets you know. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Okay, so we're coming to our glory, man. Salvation is coming for the elect of Israel. The punishment will be accomplished. When Yahushua returns, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins, right? So for all of the transgressions of the nation of Esau, Edom, all y'all going to be suffering, man. All y'all going to be facing these curses. All y'all going y'all going to feel it, man. From Yahweh Shemeshai, and this is what is written. This is the judgment, man. As it says in Job chapter 20, and I believe starting at verse 3, it says, for the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. All right? And that's what it is, man. The joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. So it's something that was only assigned to you for a period of time, but it's coming to its end very soon, man. Okay? So that I like to say, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemeshai, by Shema Kodesh, Wa Abad Babal. Shalom.